Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing my analysis and roundup of what we learned for the strength special stat in Bethesda's special video series. Yes, Bethesda has finally started their special video series for Fallout 4, and this will likely go on for the next 60 days. And considering we have 60 days until Fallout 4 comes out, marking that down today, I'd imagine that every 10 days Bethesda would release another special video, or every week rather. We don't know quite yet, but anyways, this video was fairly straightforward, but the question left a couple of Fallout fans asking a few questions, and I'm here to kind of try to answer those as best myself. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this. Bethesda obviously starts off with the simple stuff here, and as we can tell through this video clip, the strength affects your carry weight. You carry too much, you become encumbered, you can't run away, and you get squashed by a super mutant behemoth. Funny stuff, and how visceral is it the way they kill him off, holy shit. Next, we find out that strength naturally impacts our melee weapon skills as well as our unarmed skill. Not much of a surprise there, but they show off the Ripper, the baseball bat, the nail board, and even the power fist. But one thing that's interesting is at the end they said sometimes strength will not be a viable option. And I found that interesting because they didn't really promote throwing things, and that's usually what strength impacts, is how far you could throw a grenade, for example. And I find it kind of interesting that they didn't take that opportunity there to show that, oh, if some enemy's at a distance, perhaps you can throw something at them like a spear or a grenade. Here's the part where I finally talk about something you may not know. I'm sorry for the wait, but I just wanted to cover everything else beforehand just to be safe. Anyways, people wondered what exactly this part is. The video begins to glitch, and a lot of Fallout fans figured these were teases from Bethesda on what future special stats may hold. But through some analysis, I believe I figured out what these are. I'm not saying I'm exactly correct, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on the money. Anyways, they're perks. First, I'll go through what I feel each perk is, and then show my proof for at least one of them for now. Starting off with the big league perk is what I'm going to call it here, which was rumored and is now confirmed. We know this perk falls under strength because whilst panning out, we see both unarmed and strength filtered under the strength category. It could be the Little League perk from Fallout 3, but I'm going to go with Big League just for the fact that he's standing up and actually swinging the damn bat. It's also worth mentioning that we may learn more about strength when we see the perception stat video, because if Bethesda follows a similar format by previewing perks then panning out, kind of like they did in the strength video, we will see more of the perk chart naturally. If you go frame by frame, we can see below us is the perk of the Vault Boy working on some armor. The reason this is important to point out is because once again people thought strength had nothing to do with crafting armor, but it seems it will considering it is filtered under the strength category. My guess is that perhaps you can work on your armor to make yourself more mobile and heavy armor. It's just a guess, but I'd love to hear yours. The video describes it as, quote, specialized protective gear, end quote. So perhaps you're able to wear certain pieces of armor that others can't if you don't focus on your strength, or build your own unique strength-focused armor. Once again, going through frame by frame, we see that the weapon crafting mentioned in this special video is also filtered under our strength stat. This one is interesting and threw off a lot of Fallout fans because the Vault Boy is working on a gun in particular. If you look at New Vegas or the older Fallout games, strength played a factor in efficiently using a weapon as you would have to meet certain strength requirements. Perhaps the feature is returning in Fallout 4, although the video states it is about building clever weapons. So once again, it surprisingly has to do with crafting, but in which way, we don't know quite yet. Anyways, that's all I have for you today, my Fallout lovers. Thank you guys so much for staying with me here. I hope I taught you something here at the end at least. Let me know what you're thinking on these perks in the comments down below. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.